Hey, this is such an honor to talk to both of you. Kevin McCarthy,
Hey, how
Washington.
are you? Good to
Hey,
see
good.
you
How are
again.
you doing? Good to see you again too. This film blew my mind. It changed cinematic immersion for me forever. And I was thinking about moments in my life when I've watched movies that have changed immersion for me. The only one I could go back to was The Dark Knight, when Chris Nolan flips that 18-wheeler in 70 millimeter IMAX. And that scene blew my mind. It changed my life. Denis did the same thing for me here with Dune. That's
That's what he
right.
does. That's what he does right after.
Oh, and Timmy, you'll appreciate this. I actually have an Interstellar tattoo. It says "Stay."
No way.
It's the Morse code.
In the Morse code of that,
No
that's
way.
awesome.
That's one of
Yeah.
my favorite movies. I genuinely like. You don't you
I didn't know
because
that.
here's you don't know that because I forgot that you were in it because it was my favorite
Yeah,
movie
I'm not into
before
that
I
much.
met
I'm
you.
not into that.
No,
Man,
before-
thank God I've been
before I
things
met
since.
you.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? That was your
so I
favorite?
and I was like, oh shit, he is in that movie. Yeah.
That's the best Nolan movie of all time, I would argue. But I agree with you. I want to ask you each, what is the movie that changed immersion for you?
It was a Dark Knight, like you.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's the movie when
you said that.
I was 12 and I saw that. I had the feeling when I was watching Heath Ledger that I had no clue what he was doing, but that I had some clue of what he was doing too, and that really excited me. And but immersion's a good word because that's I think that was the first for me. And yeah.
Zendaya for you?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. Because I always my parents didn't really have an issue with me going to see movies that I probably was too young to see. So I saw everything from when I was like a little kid. Like I was like,
You see like R-rated movies at the time?
yeah. So I don't know. I was immersed very
You were
early.
like Halloween shit at me when I was 9.
Yeah, and my love for what I do actually didn't come from movies. It came from theater because my mom, she worked at the California Shakespeare Theater when I was little.
No
so
way.
I fell in love with acting because of those guys. So for me, my immersion was being in that ample theater every day. I was there all the time, and then I would love when the actors would literally come out into the audience and work that way. And I was like, that's cool. Like, I want to do this, whatever they're doing, so different version of it, but I saw many a play.
I'm so excited. Timothy, I'm genuinely need part 2 in my life. I need that film I need it so badly. I want to ask you, Timothy, for you first, the idea of filming a movie where you're essentially doing half of the character's arc. And I wanted to know like kind of what that means to you as an actor to kind of like do a half of his arc and the concept of not shooting this film back to back. And then for Zendaya, for you, what conversations have you had with Denis about the possibilities of part 2? And do you guys think we'll definitely get it? Because I need it. I really do. I need this film.
And we're right there with you. And I think they might have let us slip on the red carpet last night. I don't know how legit that was, but they were all like, yes, it's ready to go. But all the people that, the power, the people that can actually greenlight that. But that's a great question because I knew we really wanted to capture an essence to Paul of what he was like pre this Gom Jabbar scene. Not that the movie stays with him that much pre that scene, but who is this young man before he's, launched into this on this journey. And yet, a lot of the conversations with Denis and I on set, you can't, like Neo in the Matrix, you can't flip the switch at some point and say, hey, when do I become, well, actually, I don't want to give anything away, but I think it was really important to Denis that it never felt like tapping into the Muad'Dib or the Mahdi concept too early. I'll leave, the art takes place in the head of the audience member, so I'll leave it up to people, but I don't know if we really even see him in this movie, really. So, and certainly one of the most exciting things, without giving anything away, although many people have read the book, is where Paul Atreides does go, and the ways where an ethical classic hero's arc would go one direction. That's not at all where Frank Herbert led Paul.
And Zendaya, for you, real fast on the part 2 arc, what conversations you've had?
I wasn't able to have as much prep time as I would have liked for this time around, and I think we just kind of scratched the surface of these characters, and where, obviously, if you've read the books, where it goes, if you know what's going to happen, then, there's a lot left of the book. Right. And so I don't know, for me, it was just kind of like stepping into this massive thing with such a also massive following and people who really, have loved the book since they were children, and have grown up with it. And in many ways have been waiting for this kind of moment. That is another layer of I wouldn't say pressure. I would almost say like motivation to do a better job. And I think you guys did such a beautiful job at taking that and being so responsible with that and letting that guide you and motivate you to make something so beautiful. So in many ways, I'm like kind of like a fan from the outside, you know, just like, what's going to happen next? Like there was so much that I didn't see that they shot. So when I watched, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much better than I thought. Like I could have even imagined in my brain. And like, I was blown away. So I would love to get back into it with these guys. Cause I mean, it's just an incredible group of people. And I felt so much a part of the family, and these characters have so much more to do, and so much more to discover about themselves. And I feel lucky to be a small piece of this one. So there's so much. There's literally so much left. So
this is only the beginning.
Literally only
this
the
is
beginning.
only the beginning. I can't wait. Congratulations to you both. Hans Zimmer's score changed my life as well. Congratulations to you both. Have a wonderful day. How good is that score, man? It's so good.
Yes.